Since the introduction of the no jab, no job policy by various employers in the country in recent months in light of the COVID-19 pandemic and the inclusion of the Dominant Industry Player Levy in the 2022 national budget, the PNG Trade Union Congress and partner union bodies have been very vocal about workers' rights in regards to these policies. And today, the coalition of trade union bodies leaders decided to come together and petition the government on these two policies.
There is a complete abuse of power right now as it's happening. What we're seeing is an abuse of power. People making unilateral decisions without consulting with people. We are living in a democracy. We're not living in an autocracy. And in a democracy, consultation forms a key part of government.
How do you refuse to solve a problem you're supposed to be solving? How will you be sensitive to very sensitive issues that affects not just union members in the formal sector, but the entire workforce of this country? It's just silly, and it's something that, borders on insanity.
If we allow this to go on, then are we a democratic country anymore? Is Papua New Guinea a democratic nation? Are we penalizing people for being successful? Just think about it. You paid all the fees and everything that is due, and you make your money. And at the end of the day, you're happy to celebrate that money. And then somebody comes and says, give me part of that money. Will you be happy?
Or any government body, agent, to deviate from the government's policy is in subordination to the national policy put by the government. Let me make it very clear. Those departments, those organizations who are propagating mandatory vaccination to get a job is undemocratic and unethical.
Government has been mandated to protect its people, to enable the interests of its people. And this is in direct conflict of that mandate. Calling also to all our members of parliament, call out what is wrong. Stand up and speak up against it. If you can't do it now, you won't be able to do it after 2022. Won't happen.
The country is made out of the labor force. The economy of this country is made by the workers of this country. And they must be very, very mindful when they are coming up with all these policies. Because sooner or later, the consequences of this will be worse. Economy of this country will drop. And what we are going to see is that the other countries will come and rule Papua New Guinea.
With the Minister for Labour and Industrial Relations failing to turn up at the PNG TUC headquarters to receive the petition as expected and scheduled earlier, the next course of action was discussed and agreed upon, which was to convoy to the Department of Labour and Industrial Relations office. This was upon the PNG TUC executive's communication with the Minister for Labour and Industrial Relations. So despite formal arrangements, the minister accepted to receive the petition at his departmental office, with the minister promising to present the petition to the Prime Minister and the National Executive Council for deliberation. Lagai Pogera MP and Minister for Labour and Industrial Relations Tomait Kapili received the petition this afternoon at around 3 p.m. at the Department of Labour and Industrial Relations office. The petition was presented by PNG Trade Union Congress representatives, with the petition focusing on two main agendas: the no jab, no job policy and the dominant market player levy.
Either way, you may take it as it affects the workers, but yes, it'll affect the workers. It goes back to the government coffers and it comes out to the people again through the budgetary process.
Upon receiving the petition this afternoon, Minister Kapili says the market dominance player levy is aimed at creating fairness in the telecommunications and banking sectors of the country. Minister Kapili also says that the no jab, no job policy is aimed at providing workplace safety for various employers in the country.
People have democratic right. Our constitution calls for democracy. Everyone has the right. I have the right, President of TUC has the right, Secretary General has the right, all the members of all the Trade Union Congress, every one of us have the right. So we haven't, the government did not impose a policy to make people get vaccinated. This is what's happening in each employee's own workplaces.
Dennis Orere, National EMTV News.